The last time we were here at the mobile home property, we installed that new window, and today I think we're finally ready to get rid of this old door. This thing is a wreck and we can't wait to get it off the house. Now, we were only waiting for new siding to come back in stock at the mobile home store, and that means the new siding was in stock. We got 2 sheets of it, so now we can work on this little section. I'm gonna point out before we start that we do have another door way down in the back of the home. So we do have a second back door, and this one was just an extra back door. And while it was convenient for the layout of the original home, we're changing things up a little bit and we don't want to hear it. There's barely any screws left. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a lot of screws missing as it is. Probably all just fell out.
Wow. Yikes.
Now, to seal this up properly, we're going to take down this whole panel of siding as well, because first of all, it's cut for the door opening. We just can't have that. And it's all wrinkled. This piece got really beat up. There's some heavy corrosion down here, a hole right through the, pretty big hole through the siding. So I'm going to get this piece out of the way too, I guess. And I'm gonna have to replace the metal above the door because they have it notched for the doorway. So we're gonna be unhooking all of that as well. It's a little bit tricky at the roof line because the siding goes under the roof. It has a metal roof that rolls over. So we have to unscrew so much. And this is what we have to unscrew up here at the roof. Check this out. See the screws? You can barely see them. I gotta fight through all this mess. Unscrew this gutter, peel up the roof, cut the staples behind the gutter that's holding the roof on, and then pry out the siding from underneath that. It's a big hassle, but it has to be done that way. Every once in a while you gotta clean your bit out because it gets so full of gunk. So you gotta clean it back out. You want to give me some pliers or something I can grab them with?
blasted.
Why is it so tight at this seam? It blasted me right in the ear.
Yum.
If you want to work on getting that light off, you can, but I don't know if it's going to come out.
No,
Pretty.
I'll just leave it.
Now, since we have to take these two studs out, they're both rotted, and there is a big wide open space here where we have to fill in for these furring strips. I'm going to take the furring strips right off, and we're going to do new ones straight across.
So what do you want? Our swimming pool?
I might not need it. Hang on.
You got the drill right there.
I wanted to show you guys what's going on over here in the corner. We're not going to worry about this internal water damage right here on the plywood for now, but let's just focus on this corner stud. You can see the whole bottom of it rotted off. I chipped away all the loose wood, but that's where the stud is at. Now, I don't want to pull this corner stud out because of what it's hooked to. Just the way it's hooked into this wall and up at the top of the wall more specifically. So I'm going to show you guys how we can fix this without removing this stud, just by cutting off the bottom part and then scabbing in some wood, maybe sistering a new stud against this. So let's do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and just cut it right here at this notch. Just looks like a good cutting point. And we'll get rid of this bottom so that we can get new wood in here. That way we have full nailers everywhere, just in case we need to attach the siding somewhere down here. So now this doesn't have to be scientific. We're just cutting it off. I'm cutting it up here because there's metal straps on it. The straps are already shot. We had to cut that one. The other one's no good. Now I don't have to cut off this much wood. I could make it small, but in my experience, if I piece in a small block of wood, it's more likely to split if I screw or nail into it. So I'm going to go a little higher. That way we have a more strong piece of wood that's not going to split as easy. What am I hitting? Oh, there's a nail right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and cut a bottom plate that goes all the way to the corner, and it'll just kind of float over that gap. Let's see if I can get this lined up decently enough. under there? I pushed a little too hard.
Wow.
Erase that.
Okay, that made it go easier.
Oh, that's weird. Look at, we're dead flush out with the corner, but look how far this is in from that stud.
Maybe this just needs to push in.
I'll just trim my bottom plate a little bit
Okay.
on the other end. Let me see how that looks. I don't want to overdo it. I'm just getting this all screwed in now.
Can we just get this?
So now that we got our bottom plate installed and our little chunk of wood down there, I'm actually going to sister this up.
What?
I'm just getting some straight lines to guide me. None of the corners have nailers.
Oh. Later on.
Yep. Wow, that one's loose.
This is squash.
What?
Ready, set.
Now I'm going to cut some furring strips that are going to sit inside these grooves to hold the siding.
What's this?
So let me get a measurement here.
I don't know.
As long as you can bend it.
You guys ready for this?
It's in.
What is it?
Fit.
How do those look? Do those have window screws in them?
I don't see one. Well, that was quite the job. It looks awesome. It's like we're building a mobile home. At this point, we're ready to start putting the metal siding up. We're so close to finishing. All right, guys, we're gonna get our first sheet of siding cut to length.
Yeah.
Now, most of you guys have already seen this before, but just in case you're new to this type of renovation, this aluminum mobile home siding is really easy to install, and it has a tongue and groove, so one side is kind of bent to accept a straight edge. And so they just slide into each other and get screwed up. We don't need any sealant or anything like that, it just interlocks. Can I just point this out? Some of you guys are going to see this big metal strap here. That strap is part of the anchor system for the mobile home. And you'll see it actually goes all the way down to the ground and is anchored into the ground. And that strap actually comes up and it goes over the roof. It's under the roof, but it's over the structure, between the metal and the framing. It goes over the roof and down the other side. It's a complete band that goes around the whole home and gets anchored on both sides, so that the whole thing, the whole roof, the whole structure is kind of contained And there's one of those straps every so often down the home, so just so you know what this big strap is, it could be tightened up. Okay. Now that we got that one up, we can get the measurements for the other piece. We'll get that all cut out and brought out here. Well guys, that was some tough math. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. I'm kind of nervous because for some reason like things aren't straight, so the cut was a tapered cut. And we have to calculate how far it goes into the tongues and grooves to make sure we're getting our measurements right. It's tricky, but I think we got it. We're all in a hurry because we have lunch in the slow cooker and it's probably overcooked by now.
Probably.
And we're a little bit nervous about it, so we're trying to get home.
And we're hungry.
So over here, we got to get this tucked in and hope it all works.
Well, so far it looks pretty good.
That's it.
There we go.
We got the door sealed up, new framing, everything's solid. It looks so good.
Yeah, it does.
Now I know this part looks pretty scary to leave it like that, but we're not supposed to get rain even though it's really overcast today. So for the sake of our lunch, I think we're gonna leave it for now. We're gonna come back and do that tomorrow. And that honestly won't be much at all. If we had just another half an hour, we could probably get it done. It's just cutting the metal, getting it tucked in there and the roof screwed on. The biggest thing is doing all the roof patch. You gotta put that roof
Black stuff on there.
Yeah, so next time we'll hit that, we'll get it done. Just hope that it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
Little water won't hurt anything as long as it's not heavy.
Like a big, huge
flood. Yeah. So good. We're gonna bring that old nasty door home, throw it in our junk pile, and that's it. So thanks for watching and coming along and rooting us on as we tackled another section of this mobile home.
Yeah.
And honestly, that was the last rotted spot of the house as far as walls go.
Yeah.
That was it. We're done with rot. I want to say we're done. There might be a couple of tiny things that we tackle. There's like minor rot in the corner on the other side might hit. It's just like tiny patches, but all the wall rot has been fixed on this home. Now it's just putting in a couple new windows with no rot. We're gonna just cut open some new openings.
Yep.
And we're gonna start on the rebuild, like the actual rebuilding, not repairing process. So very cool. Stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. And until next time, take care.
Bye.
Don't hurt yourself, it's heavy. Okay. Cute.
And let's get going. We made it home and the meatloaf survived. I don't think it's too overcooked. Let's serve this up. Hot and steamy.